What's up guys, this is Void of Dust Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content, and today you are going to see the second game I've ever played with Iggy, and you already saw it from the thumbnail. Maybe this mage might be a little bit too easy, but you are going to see that in the gameplay. And without further ado, we going to have a check on the build that I've played in my very second game. So equipment wise, I went with the Gilded Greaves, pretty much a staple on the more mobile heroes. Iggy is going to run a lot as far as I am concerned, therefore I wanted to go with something like that. Then we're going to have some of the staple items here. We're going with Barrett's Agony, and I think the Diadem is pretty much the stuff that you're going to take on most of the mages anyways. Then we are building a Boomstick. I think it's kind of synchronizing quite nicely with his Fireball, his S1 ability. We're going with Staff of Null, and you can evolve that one, the Spoopy Mask, into the Evil Secrets, and I think that should be quite solid. Arcana wise, I didn't start to do any crazy stuff, therefore I'm going with Ability Power plus 90, Magic Pierce 25, Magic Life Steal, and cooldown reduction. Oh, they still haven't figured out that this is not written in the style of the other ones. Anyways, I've taken 10 times Violate level 3, I've taken 10 times Devour level 3, and I went in with Hex level 3 as my good to go Arcana build. Enchantment wise, I went with maximum damage. I figured out that might be the most efficient one, therefore you can see the Axe of Sacrifice. We're going with the Holy Verdict for some additional Magic Pierce, and the Holy Thunder. And in the second tree, I went with Raging Inferno and Deadly Claw. And I think that's the maximized damage output that one can have in the game, and you guys are going to see that immediately in about a minute. The only thing that I am going to say at the end of the intro is hit the subscription button, like the videos, and comment them if you will, because that is the liquid that's going to fuel this channel on the way to 1000, and we are making good progress. So thanks everyone for watching my stream stuff or my YouTube stuff here. It's highly appreciated, and I'm looking forward to get out even more videos for you guys. And now let's check out some gameplay. Alright, here we go. And as you can see, the stuff that I did not mention in the video so far is that I have taken Flicker as my talent. Trying out some of the abilities at the beginning of the game just to figure out what I'm about to do. Like, as I said, this is my second game on Iggy. You can check it out on my account if you don't believe me after you have seen this video. Maybe you start to question things. Is he too strong? Maybe I am a Iggy main, and I just found that out in that video, but this is going to be quite crazy. Even for my standards, if I'm having a OP game, this game is going to be one of a kind, and trust me, it's going to be epic. Like, it's going to be really, really good. Yes, so as you can see, I'm trying out my abilities. I have played Iggy once, and it was a complete catastrophe. I have to admit that. On the other side, like, I've played him once, and it was a total nightmare. Like, I guess for me and my team, it was really, really, really bad. And this time, I did not want to have the same effect on the game. I think there was a little lag, and I was asking myself if the stuff that happened in the latest video is going to continue, but fortunately it was not the case. This was the only lag spike that I had in this video, and I think that the Vera is not too aware of my roaming stuff going on, so she pushed a little bit too far, but in the end it worked out fine for her, because as you can see, she doesn't have She did not lose that much life. Like, she's fine. She can go home. She can go to safe spaces if she wants to, but she's staying a little bit longer, and that's completely fine with me, because it means that we might actually get the first kill on Vera. Meanwhile, stuff is going on at the top, and miscalculate a little bit the stuff that's going on here. Thankfully, Poira is going to heal me, so thanks for that, Poira. I even said to the Poria after the match, like, thanks for the heal, because that was really, really nice of her. She always were quite thoughtful and quite mindful in the game and helped us out a lot. Like, I wonder how much health she has been introducing here. And now I need to pull my flicker out here because otherwise that Xanis would kill me. And with the best of luck that I have, I am able to kill Vera here for the very first time. A little bit surprising for me, but as you can see, it worked out pretty well with the last shot of my fireballs. Like, I don't know if you guys are too familiar with Iggy's abilities, and therefore I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. As you can see, Iggy is a mage who is not relying on a mana bar at all. Instead, Iggy has 5 kind of stacks that he is going to indicate under his health bar, where you would usually find the mana bar. These stacks are filled up every so and so seconds, and you can have 5 of this. And it's important because your first ability is going to benefit from more stacks. So if you are going to activate your first ability, the game will check how many stacks you have at that point in the game, and you are going to fire out these fireballs. The important thing for you guys to note if you want to play Iggy is that you can point, or you are going to use your indicate finger, and you're going to drag the screen, as you can see, amongst the map. So this is not an ability that's going to hit once at the point of origin that you kind of indicated. Oh my goodness, that was so close. But it is going to be something that you're going to drag along while you move. So it's important for you that you kind of get where the enemy is about to move, and then you're going to blast the fireballs in their way of movement. That's the important stuff about the first ability. Second ability, I think it's going to kind of detect stuff, or that comes from your abilities anyways. You're going to detect things so that they are going to be revealed out in the open. But your second ability is basically, it's your kind of engage or disengage ability, because what's going to happen, you will be a little bit faster, as you can see here, and the next activation will be a knockback effect. So it's pretty nice, especially with pesky assassins such as Scud can be, like warrior assassins such as Scud can be, or for example Xanis in this game. You can just activate it and push them away from you, so you can use flicker or anything else after they landed their first ability. So this is a really good tool to disengage if an enemy catches you off guard, and it makes you faster as well. So it might just be something that you use for relocating, because the cooldown speed is actually not that long. I think it's 8 seconds or something about it. We're going to see it in about a short duration of time, because I will eventually activate it very soonish. Now, your ultimate seems to be something that is this kind of, it's like a bombardment. You are going to zoom out. People know that from Hayate's ability, the snipe thing. And you are going to, yeah, here we go. You are going to fire some kind of ball, and that ball is going to hop once, and then when it lands next, it's going to be something that you are using for killing things. So what you need to keep in mind that it bounces once, so you need to have that planned when you are launching it. But as soon as you launch it and the enemies are close by, they are going to be hit for, I think base damage is 800, which is really strong. And I think you can store 2 kind of stacks of that as well. So this is going to be a really good tool when people are going to retreat themselves and they're going to tower dive, or you have this massive engage in the team fights where 2 or 3 people are stacked upon each other and you just want to inflict maximum damage. Iggy is superb on blasting them away. If your team is engaging like in the front line and you are standing in the back line, you're just going to throw that forward and into people's faces, and because they're so occupied with fighting other parts of your team, they will not realize what you're about to do. At least that was the strategy that I was using in this very game you're watching right now, and it worked out fine. From my understanding, I would say that you are best with using your first ability and maximizing that as your damage, most like kind of damage thing. Here we go. That was a perfect example of how to use that ult. Vera was chilling under the tower. We were throwing that ball above her, and then it came back and it hit her for a really nice amount of damage. So that was actually pretty nice, and I think it caught her. Now, as you can see, here are a lot of enemies stacked upon each other. The enemies are hit from our ability, and they get good damage, and that's about it. I think they moved it around a little bit too much, so therefore we did not get the maximized effect from the ability. But I was a little bit not confused, but worried in the beginning of the game. And now it turned out into this really nice massacre. 4 kills already. I haven't not been killed yet. Here's a double kill for you guys out there. And yeah, what am I about to say? Farming is good. The only thing that you need to keep in mind is that your auto attacks are fairly useless. I don't think that I have another character with auto attacks that are so powerless in the game as Iggy's auto attacks are. I don't know what they did with that. Basically, your main source of damage, and especially clearing waves, comes from your first ability anyways. Therefore, it's not super important to get good auto attacks, and that might be a little bit of balancing that the developers thought, okay, if Iggy wants to deal with minions, he needs to go in with abilities and he can't use auto attacks. Maybe that was the idea behind that. So as you can see, I'm using that area of effect that is generated from my S1, and I'm using it all the time. It's really nice to not use mana at all. Like it's such a no-brainer, because you don't have to go back all the time. You can just be there and farm up the stuff. So it might be even worthwhile to use Rhea's Blessing, because you can just heal yourself up by completing one wave after the other. That might be something good as well. So 10 minutes played, the game was going back and forth a little bit, and here we go. Bye, Scott. So I was waiting for Scott to activate his speed buff, and after he activated it, I was sure that he's not able to get me or nuke me with any of his abilities, and I just pushed him away, telling him, not today, my friend. This is not the stuff that you are about to do. And again, we're just going back. Figured out that I'm not going to hit anything because I did not really know where everyone went, so I decided to not use my ability number ultimate at all. And as you can see, we've got 2 stacks from on the ultimate ability marker right now. So that means that you can store another ultimate, which is so goddamn nice. Now, here we go. This is ultimate time. Not too much impact here, I'd say, but that one was better, and I think now we can have a really nice follow-up and try to get to that Toro here. Xanis is trying to make a move on us, but Pura is here helping us, and we are dominating the game with 6 kills already. And I think I'm going to show the statistics quite soon. And as you can see, we are dealing so much damage, and we still got him. Thank you, Mr. Toro, for being such a nice target. Farming-wise, everything went really smoothly. I've got to admit that went even smoother than I thought in the beginning. And we are already on a 707 with 7.6k total gold, which means we do have the gold lead over the Valheim of the enemy team. Now I went in with Boomstick. As I said, Boomstick has a really nice synergy with your abilities anyways, because you're going to deal area of effect, which is going to kind of activate the effect from Boomstick. Your ultimate should be something that can profit from Boomstick as well. And therefore, I think it's a really nice adaptation to the build. I'm not saying this is like the best build that you should always use to get the best effect on Iggy. I just came up with it by kind of scrolling through the builds that people are playing at the moment. I thought it might be quite reasonable from what I've seen from Iggy before. And I think it kind of proved that it is workable. Like, it's a solid build, but I'm not saying this is the best build on Iggy. I can't say that after 2 games. That would be just completely nonsense that I am going to tell you right now. Now, at this point, I thought that they had me. I thought like, okay, this game is not going to be flawless, but we made it work. Toro is just not able to get me, and now I'm able to get Valheim. Thank you for the 8th kill. Here, excuse me. And this is such a nice ultimate. Unfortunately, I'm not getting that much from it. Oh, okay, 9th kill. I do get that from it. And, yep, here we go. 9 kills, 0 deaths, 11 assists. And I was wondering what our Hayate was doing at that point. The whole enemy team is dead. And he's like, okay, I need red buff right now because that's going to help me with the core or something like that. I didn't get it. Like, that was really confusing. And now, okay, Pura has really weak auto attacks as well. So maybe she has weaker attacks than Iggy has. But did you see that? Like, Valheim is now back, and if not for Hayate, we would have already finished the game. So now it's going to take a little bit longer because we have to kill everyone again. I was really worried that my really good game for YouTube with 0 deaths so far would be something that's going to be killed right now because of that little mistake here. But we can get even more kills and more stuff from it by just getting the 10th kill on Iggy in the 2nd game that I'm ever playing with him. It is so really surprising how well this worked for me. I don't even know, like maybe it's me, maybe it's Iggy. I think it's just it felt easy. And I'm not going to blame the enemies. Okay, well, like we are on a 29 versus 11, but I think if you are building up a really strong dominance in the game, the enemy at some point does not have the opportunity to come back. It's simply not possible anymore. And I think we kind of dictated the game for them because we were going straight through the middle lane. 42% of total damage. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's something I usually do not accomplish at all. Like, so much damage. That was really crazy. Gold medal mage. I don't even know what that means. And I'm gonna take it anyway. And as you can see, the result is a 14.9, 10 kills, 0 deaths, and 15 assists. And that is a FAT participation of 86.2%, and I was really thankful for having such a great round with such a good team. It worked really well, and yeah, here's my Iggy video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me what you think about Iggy, tell me what you think about the video, and we are going to see each other soon in 2 days when I've got some German video for you again on this channel. So stay tuned and have a nice evening. Bye bye.